I know exactly what you're thinking out loud right now. Renting is throwing money out the window. Buying a house is the safest investment. This is the one right thing I need to do in my life. These ideas were wired into your brain over the years by your parents, commercials, financial gurus, and culture. And those exact glitch ideas have financially ruined millions of people. Today, I'm going to tell you a truth. It might hurt, but it can also set you free. Here is that truth: more than $24,000. That is the average hidden cost an American pays as a homeowner in a single year. And hold on tight, this massive number doesn't even include your biggest line item, your monthly mortgage payment. Give me just 20 minutes. At the end of this video, you can decide for yourself whether you should buy a house. But at least make that decision knowing the absolute naked truth. Let's start with the big lies we trust blindly. Myth number 1, renting is a waste of money. This phrase is one of the most dangerous, expensive misconceptions in economic history. Because a huge portion of what you pay for a mortgage is actually completely wasted too. Why? Because in the early years of a 30-year loan, almost all the money you pay doesn't go toward owning the house. It goes straight into the bank's vaults as interest. In the first 5 years, over 85% of your payment is pure interest. Almost nothing is left to build actual equity in the home. Let's make it concrete. If you get a 30-year mortgage for a $400,000 home at a 7% interest rate, do you know how much you pay the bank in interest alone by the end of those 30 years? Exactly $553,000. You literally pay for your house twice. First for the actual price of the home, and second for the bank's fee to share your dream. Myth number 2, a home is the safest investment. Let's look at historical data. Between 2000 and 2025, housing prices provided an average annual real return of just 2% to 2.5% above inflation. While the stock market, the S&P 500, delivered a 5.1% real return. That is more than double the return annually. A home might satisfy you emotionally, but purely from a return perspective, it historically lags far behind the stock market. Myth number 3, you can't save while renting. The reality is, over a recent 5-year stretch, home prices surged by 48% while median income only grew by 22%. While you are grinding just to save up for a down payment, a renter investing their capital into the market can build a vastly superior wealth portfolio. When you buy a home, the only number in your head and budget is the monthly mortgage payment you'll send to the bank. But the true cost is as massive as the unseen underwater mass of an iceberg, according to Bankrate's current research. The annual hidden cost of homeownership, excluding your mortgage, is exactly $24,313. That means more than $2,000 extra flying out of your pocket every month. Maintenance takes $8,800 a year, taxes take $4,300, and insurance takes $2,200. In high-cost areas like California, this easily exceeds $30,000 a year. Plus, when you're a renter, you don't worry about a broken boiler. You just call the landlord. But if you own the place, the story changes. Data shows that 83% of homeowners faced an unexpected emergency repair crisis in their very first year. A house is a living organism, it constantly decays. And you always foot the bill. In financial literature, this is known as the first-year shock when you buy a $450,000 home, completely on top of your down payment and monthly mortgage. You easily burn over $40,000 in cash just for closing costs, moving, essential updates, and furniture in year 1. Then there's the property tax trap. Over a recent 5-year span, property taxes rose by 27% on the national average. As your home's paper value goes up, your taxes and insurance climb right along with it. A fixed mortgage that looks perfectly affordable on closing day can leave you suffocating 3 years later due to tax hikes. Now, I am going to show you the most terrifying macroeconomic data of this video. The connection between home prices and our incomes has completely broken down. In 1985, the median home price was just 3.5 times the median household income. By 2025, that ratio anchored itself well above 5x. The system is literally forcing you to take on massive debt, according to a macroeconomic analysis by Best Interest Financial. If household incomes had grown at the exact same rate as home prices since 1980, the median household income today wouldn't be $83,000, it would be a staggering $115,225. That annual difference of $31,000 was systematically drained away from you by the market. Because of this, saving for a down payment is no longer a budgeting problem. It's a mathematical impossibility for many. Today, a standard 20% down payment is roughly $83,000. That represents a full 100% of the median annual income. Meaning, you would have to save every single penny you earn for a year. No food, no taxes, no rent, just to afford the entry ticket. And what is the sociological result of this? In the 1980s, the median age of a first-time homebuyer was 29. Today, it is exactly 40. People are sacrificing 11 of the most productive, energetic years of their lives just to hand over an entry ticket to the housing system. Let's look at the invisible monster of finance: opportunity cost. The cost of what you give up when you choose one option over another. Say you take that $83,000 cash down payment and, instead of burying it in a house, you throw it into an S&P 500 index fund and don't touch it for 30 years. With historical returns, do you know what that money turns into? A massive $880,000. Let's compare the balance sheets. At a standard 3% annual appreciation, your home might be worth $971,000 in 30 years. But you spent well over $1 million in interest and upkeep to get there. Meanwhile, your down payment alone made $880,000 in stocks. If you rented instead and aggressively invested that extra $2,000 monthly hidden cost into the market, you could end up with an extra $2.7 million in net wealth. This is what we call a liquidity trap. Your home's value might triple on paper, but you can't spend that money in an emergency. If you get stuck, you either have to sell the house and move into an equally expensive market, or borrow your own equity back from the bank at high interest rates. You are paper rich but cash poor. You can pull $50,000 out of a brokerage account tomorrow, but you can't chop off your house's bathroom to pay for groceries. All of this might sound like theoretical math on a blackboard. So let's look at real human experiences. The data is shocking. According to studies published by The Guardian and Newsweek, 94% of Gen Z and 86% of millennials who bought a home experienced deep regret over their decision. 45% say the ongoing costs are completely unmanageable. Furthermore, over 21 million people are living house poor, spending over 30% of their income strictly on housing. And then there is the rate lock trap. 35% of current homeowners desperately want to sell their homes, but they are trapped like prisoners because they refuse to give up their older, low-interest mortgages. They are stuck in houses they don't even like anymore. Does this mean buying a house is always a terrible choice for everyone? Absolutely not. In certain scenarios, buying a home is a net positive financial move. If you plan to stay in the exact same city for more than 10 years. If your income is highly stable and predictable. If your down payment isn't borrowed from family, and you have a separate $10,000 emergency repair fund ready, go for it. However, if there's a good chance you might relocate or change jobs within the next 5 years, if your total housing expenses swallow more than 30% of your take-home pay, or if you are buying a home purely because of social pressure, I'm getting older, it's what people do, you are willingly walking into a financial furnace. A house isn't automatically an investment. It only becomes one under the right conditions. Before watching this video, you were probably asking yourself, when can I finally buy a home? I hope that from this moment on, you change the question entirely. Is buying a home actually the right financial and lifestyle decision for my life right now? Remember, hidden costs are real, opportunity cost is massive, and a home is a lifestyle design choice, not a golden investment ticket. The goal isn't to never buy a house. It's to buy it at the right time, for the right price, under the right terms. Please share this video with a loved one who is currently feeling crushed under the pressure to buy a home, or someone who feels ashamed for renting. What about you? Renting or buying? Let's talk in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.